Welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's Grandma's 911 call leads to horrific discovery. I think it's going to be a good one, so buckle in and let's go.
Hey, Steph.
Baby, go.
That is your grandson lying there dead on the couch. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
No.
I prayed with your daughter over your dead grandson.
When a 5-year-old boy suddenly dies under mysterious circumstances, investigators in Dayton, Ohio desperately search for an explanation.
What's more important to you? Someone getting in trouble or the fact that your grandson is dead? Then prove it or walk out that door.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. On the morning of Saturday, March 30th, 2024, Dayton dispatchers receive a chilling 911 call.
A child has died in his sleep. He went to sleep as he is. Please come, please.
Ma'am. What is going on with your child?
He laid down, went to sleep, and I was on the couch with him. Me and my he's my grandson, and he won't wake up. He's cold as ice. His nose was bleeding. I wiped his nose, and he didn't move.
Okay, ma'am, how old is he?
5.
I can already tell that this is going to be pretty strange. That 911 call was a little eerie to me.
I was babysitting him, and he's cold as ice. He's cold. He won't move.
There's no breathing at all or anything?
No, nothing at all. Oh, please. I called his mom. She's on her way. Oh, God. Is somebody coming?
Yes,
Somebody
Stephanie. Was
coming?
that Stephanie? As soon as we could come, we had help on the way, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do what we can to help you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
The child would later be identified as 5-year-old Charles Anthony Brown. Police and paramedics arrive to the scene, but it quickly becomes clear that the young boy is beyond any hope of resuscitation.
It's up to.
Hey, Steph.
Sad.
When was the last time you saw him?
15 minutes ago, did I call you?
No. When was the last time you saw him moving?
We went to sleep, and then we all went to sleep. And then I slept on
What time was that?
about, I can't remember, about, I guess 10 or 11 or so.
10 or 11 last night? Yeah. Okay.
An
Wow.
officer speaks with the child's grandmother, 58-year-old Stephanie Shanks, who was babysitting the 3 grandchildren while their mother was at work.
Does he have any health issues or anything?
No, he wasn't, nothing.
Okay, and you said you saw him last night?
Yes, about 10, I mean, he was in that position, and then that's where he was at, and then I seen some.
So when you saw him, he was sleeping?
No, I got up this morning, I wiped his nose, and something coming out of his nose.
Okay, so about
And
10
I
this
wiped it, and the
morning?
stuff was still in the toilet. I put
It's
it in
weird.
the toilet, I didn't flush it. And
Okay.
then he didn't move. And I called his mama.
And how old is he?
5. Oh, his mama's coming.
Is this brother and sister?
That's his twin.
They're twins?
Yes.
How old are they?
5.
5.
Oh,
Okay. And how was he?
3.
3?
Oh, he had nosebleeds, but that's it. That's it. He had no nosebleeds or nothing. He had nosebleeds.
Charles' sudden death leaves officers searching for answers, but any hope of an explanation must wait for investigators who are on their way to the scene. For now, officers outside share their thoughts on the devastating situation.
Typically, I'm one to jump offering to go. This was one that I really didn't want to.
Yeah.
I was literally holding my breath, please don't, please don't. I knew it was coming.
I don't know what a kid is. I didn't see the kid.
Well, when you just had a kid, the last thing you want to do is go on a dead kid call.
It don't get any easier.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for mom to get here, then we're gonna call mom down and get info on the kid. We only know his name.
They don't have any contact into medical history. Stay with grandparents, right?
They stayed the night here. They don't live here.
No, so they were just visiting, supervising the kid.
Probably babysitting some of them go out, which is fine. But
Once we get the information, I'll call the coroner. I'm sure.
To me, the grandma acts just a little strange. Yeah, I could be judging too much, but I'm not an investigator either, so I don't know. Just a little strange to me.
One come out. It's wildly unusual.
Suddenly, an unidentified male approaches the scene and is stopped by officers who've been instructed not to let anyone inside.
Hello.
Who's this
do you
guy?
know them inside of there? Yeah. How do you know them? Were you neighbors or something?
That's my girl. It's my girl kids.
Okay. Who are you to them?
I'm her daughter boyfriend.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody can go in there right now. So.
Seconds later, the mother of the 3 children, including the deceased 5-year-old boy, races toward the home.
Oh, man.
Why?
Sorry, you can't go inside right now.
I can't go inside.
Oh, man.
Come here.
Please, I just want to see my baby. Please.
No. He said we're not letting her in.
That really sucks, being a parent and not being able to go in to see your own child. I know that he's gone, but man, that's got to be terrible. I just couldn't imagine.
Oh my God.
We'll have to talk to her. Huh? We'll have to
She
talk to
said
her.
he woke up like this. I don't know. Oh my God. Please let me go see my baby.
More premature, is that correct?
32 weeks, yes.
Okay. Any other medical issues?
No.
No complications?
No.
or anything?
None.
Thank you.
No.
I'm sorry.
My baby gone.
Yeah.
Inside the house, the grandmother agrees to sign a consent to search the home, and investigators are brought up to speed on the situation.
Grandma put him down in bed 10, 11 last night. That's when she last saw him out here sleeping on the couch. This morning before she called, she said he had she described it as a bloody nose. Wiped it up. The tissues are still in the toilet. And noticed he wasn't responding. Called 911. Just kind of looks like he aspirated.
Does everyone live here or grandma just babysitting?
Grandma watches the kids every weekend, she says.
Okay.
She was sleeping on the couch with the 2 boys. I think she said the girl was asleep in the bed.
She was sleeping on the couch with them?
She said she was on the couch with the 2 boys.
After completing their search, investigators uncover a shocking clue that may explain Charles's sudden death.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Remember, this is Grandma's house, so I don't know. I just had this feeling.
Which lands Stephanie in an interrogation room. Before confronting her with their findings, they first question her about the events of the previous day. She explains that she usually watches the children every Saturday and Sunday while their mother works, but this time she took them in on Friday morning because their daycare was closed for Good Friday. She describes their day and evening as typical, where the children played in and out of the home until nightfall.
10 or 10:30 or 11, something like that. Little Charles came and said, "Grandma, I'm tired, I'm sleepy." I said, "Well, get up on the couch and lay down and go to sleep."
What did he look like when he said I was tired?
He didn't really look, he looked tired in the eyes, but he didn't look like, nothing I would notice.
Was he acting weird? Was he like stumbling or maybe like nodding off?
No, he was.
It sounds like they found something to do with drugs. That's what it sounds like, and Grandma, she'd be the one. Just my feelings. We'll see.
He was just tired, just moving slow.
Wasn't nodding off?
No.
Okay.
Stephanie gives one of the investigators permission to go through her phone, while the other prepares to confront her with what they found inside her home.
Can you help me understand all the straws and stuff that are laying around? And the white powder and substances that are laying around?
Wow.
Well, that was from me doing boy earlier then, but it wasn't me doing boy now.
Okay.
Boy is code for, I believe, heroin. I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. Oh, man, this is sad.
You doing boy earlier as in when?
Friday.
And just for clarification, boy is heroin, correct?
Knew it.
When on Friday were you doing it?
That morning.
That morning?
Before they got there.
Around what time?
About 7. I had it that night, but I did it that morning.
I don't understand, man. As old as she is, man, I know everybody has their demons, but man, you know what it's going to do to you. Why? And then you let kids around it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I got 5 kids myself, and this is ridiculous.
Because didn't know I had to watch
Preventable.
kids. I thought I had to watch them at.
I get that, yeah. You thought you had an extra day.
Yeah,
I get it.
So I did it.
Based on the evidence and her own admission, the investigator poses a devastating theory.
I think that Charles overdosed.
No, he didn't overdose.
That's my suspicion. All right. Now we're gonna find out some more when he goes through an autopsy. All right. We're gonna find out some more from his blood
That's
results.
right, Grandma.
But it wasn't nothing in there when he went in the bedroom. I had did it all. It was nothing but dust on the thing. That's all that was on there.
It's everywhere.
So when was he in there?
He wasn't in there. He was not in there. The little
She's
girl,
lying.
she went in there late that night. It was gone then. And it was all off the straws and everything. I licked the straws because I didn't have no money.
This is making me mad.
That's why I did that.
When did you lick the straws?
Before you guys got there. Come on,
3
stutter
days
around.
before?
3 days
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, there was residue in the cigarette pack that you had with the straw on the table.
But it wasn't nothing in the cigarette pack. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. It wasn't nothing.
And here's the thing,
I found
like
it.
I know that there might not be very much or not an amount that you would ever pay
take
for
much.
or not an amount that you would consider to be anything, but you and I both know that drugs to an adult, drugs to someone who uses regularly, that's going to be a different amount than someone who's small. Now, you might have had it on your fingers, you might have had it on that table, you might have had it on other things. But the thing is that you regularly have heroin in that apartment. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
Yeah. And
But
go ahead.
but it wasn't nothing in there. But dust in there. But how could dust even do anything to him?
And so
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's a kid, man, 5 years old.
when we say heroin, it's not the heroin that we are talking about from, the 90s.
Okay.
There's so many different forms of opioids that are killing people, and ultimately we will probably find out that this is some type of fentanyl. So you don't have to have grams
Possible.
to kill micrograms, especially for someone who is only 30 pounds. It's a huge amount.
Despite the explanation, Stephanie still seems to struggle with accepting the possibility.
If we find that there's some heroin,
If you find it.
correct. If we find heroin in his body, would you agree with me that
Yes,
your actions
yes,
are clean?
yes.
Okay. We're going to do all that. We're going to pull his
Good.
blood and we're going to identify what
Guarantee it.
substances are in his body. Okay. But I can tell you that he didn't just die this morning. Based on how he looked, his body had already started to decompose.
And that's what gave them their first lead, is the fact that she told them that she had wiped his nose that morning. Well, when they saw his body, they knew he had been gone for a lot longer than what she's claiming. And that's what led them to start their investigation like they did. And this grandma not sitting there crying, upset, she should be really upset with herself.
He had been dead for some time.
The investigator questions Stephanie about where she obtained the substances. She claims she purchased them from a man named Greg, but her reluctance to share more information about him causes the interrogation to grow increasingly more intense.
Can't they go back to the person that sold it to her and then get them too for it leading to this? I'm not 100% positive. I'm pretty sure things like that have happened. Kind of like when the mom and dad have a gun and the kid takes it to school and all that stuff. Yeah.
You want to give me some more information about Greg?
Well, I don't know him that well.
How did you get a hold of him?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's kind of what's going to change my opinion about you, okay? And I'm just going to be real honest, all right? Because I saw your daughter's broken heart when she saw her deceased, her dead son,
And that
who
was
had
real.
been dead for hours, okay? I saw your grandson who had been dead for hours.
Hours earlier, neighbors, friends, and family stood witness to the grieving mother's reaction when her
Poor woman.
son's body was moved to the
terrible.
coroner's van.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Please, no, put him back there. No, put him back there. Get off of me. Get off of me.
Stephanie gives investigators a street name but no exact address, along with a vague physical description. However, a startling discovery on her phone shifts the investigation dramatically, casting doubt on everything she said about Greg.
On your phone, who is Bonk HD?
I don't know who that is.
And you called somebody named Bonk/HD.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
You called him 4 times yesterday between 7:40 a.m. and 11 a.m.
As one investigator steps out of the room to take a closer look at the phone, the other continues to press Stephanie for the truth.
I got her.
On a certain level, I don't care about your drug habit. What I care about is Charles is dead. Charles is over at the coroner's office right now.
I believe that when I hear about one of the toxic.
Well, he's
Man,
dead.
this makes me
right?
sick.
Yes.
He's dead.
Yes.
He died in your apartment.
Yes.
Okay? So if we're going to sit in here and talk, I want you to be truthful about things, or walk out that door.
Okay. I just looked at the phone. You text Bonk HD as well to buy heroin.
The what?
To buy heroin. You're really starting to make me mad. Again, the store's always open. Like he's totally been done a phenomenal job telling you that you can walk out here anytime. You buy drugs with Bonk HD. You're lying. You being dishonest is not going to get you anywhere. There is a dead child.
Your grandbaby. For God's sake. I prayed with your daughter over your dead grandson.
Wow. Good for you.
Your dead grandson, and you're lying about buying drugs.
Let her have it.
Are you kidding me? Do you love your grandbabies?
I question that part. I hate to say that, but I question it a lot because this lady is not acting like she cares. She's more worried about herself getting in trouble or getting somebody else in trouble rather than her grandson. This is killing me. It's wrong on so many levels.
Do you? Then prove it. Or walk out that door.
Consistently you lie. And then we have to confront you with what we know, and then you tell us the truth. It doesn't matter. There's a dead baby. There's a dead baby. Then you are trying not to get yourself in trouble, but we have to look at this. That is your grandson lying there dead on the couch. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
No.
Because of your actions, and you're still sitting here trying to deflect the truth.
No, I'm not.
Accountability, lady.
No.
The truth will come out in this room.
Yep.
Someone will be held responsible for this dead child. It's unacceptable. And what frustrates me the most is that you are unwilling to take accountability for what has happened. You have given us partial truths. That's not okay.
With confusion over Greg and the mysterious contact in her phone, the investigator presents her a final ultimatum.
Here's the thing. At the end of this, my partner and I, you, whenever you're done, we're going to walk out of this room, all right? We're going to go back to our families, all right? Charles is over there alone.
Man.
In a bag.
It's terrible.
And tomorrow morning, my partner and I are going to come in here on Easter morning, Resurrection Day, and we're going to watch the examiners examine your grandchild's baby.
That's hard for them. It'd be hard for me.
All right? I'm not worried about people getting in trouble and all this. All right? What I'm worried about is the truth, and actions have consequences.
That's right.
You know that. That's why you've been lying to us.
No, I've been lying because I didn't want to get nobody in trouble.
What's more important to you? Someone getting in trouble or the fact that your grandson is dead? Then prove it or walk out that door.
Into the jail. Oh, yeah. There you go. She walks out, you know they're going to cuff
Prove
her.
it or walk out.
I kind of want to see her do it.
Or we can close this door and we can talk about the truth for the sake of Charles over there, who's alone.
Scare tactics.
What do you want to do?
Choosing to stay, Stephanie finally reveals the truth.
He's my regular drug supplier.
He's your regular drug supplier. So I can ignore what you said about Greg at the store?
Yeah.
That was a lie?
Yes.
Okay.
They knew it.
So yesterday you had the case?
Yes.
and you had got some drugs in the morning before they were there.
Yes.
But then you tried to get more drugs.
Yes.
What was different that you were trying to get more drugs?
Because
And the kids were there.
Because I wasn't feeling too good. I wasn't feeling well.
Like dope sick?
Yeah.
Despite her admission, the only way to be certain is to review the results of Charles's autopsy and toxicology report.
Here we go.
You know, science takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
So when we get those results, when we get your results and it says that, you know, that you have maybe some heroin and some fentanyl in your system, you're not going to be surprised, right?
No.
When we find that in his system, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell Charles?
That I had my fault. I killed him.
A post-mortem.
Before we go any further, that kills me that she didn't start crying and she didn't say that she would tell him that she's sorry. Her own grandson, even though he's gone, plead with him and ask for forgiveness and all that stuff. I just don't see it. And unfortunately, this is what drugs do to people.
Toxicology report for 5-year-old Charles Anthony Brown ruled his cause of death as intoxication by fentanyl and other illegal substances. According to his death certificate, the approximate time between the onset of exposure and death would have been minutes. On his death certificate, the manner of death is listed as an accident. 58-year-old Stephanie Shanks pleaded guilty to felony involuntary manslaughter, as well as 2 misdemeanor charges of endangering children, and was sentenced to 4 to 6 years in prison.
So what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? She only got 4 to 6 years in prison, and this 5-year-old kid is gone, which was her grandson, which makes it even worse because of drugs. And turned out it was fentanyl, and this lady acted like she didn't care. I don't see how they don't get longer sentences for this stuff. I don't get it. This stuff has to stop, and the only way to make it stop is to give harsher sentences. I'm sorry, but that's facts. Just like the other stuff with the kids. You know what I'm talking about. I don't understand our justice system. I don't understand people. I don't get it. A kid is more important than this stuff. And please use your head. If you're going to use, I really wish you wouldn't. Try to get some help. Try to find out why you're doing it. But always think about the kid and protect the kid. And I've had 5 kids myself, and man, I'm telling you, this is crazy for me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I know it was hard, but I just want to thank you all for watching the video with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you want to leave some comments. Also, if you want to subscribe to the channel to help us, and please like the videos. We are trying so hard for you, and we're going to bring you a lot more. And I hope you come back. I really do. And I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything's good for you. Always remain humble. And until next time.